Hey crew, it's Saturday morning, April 3rd, and I've been meaning to make a video for you, but I've been busy with soccer, and I'm actually, I've been preparing for the spring season to start. And what I'm doing actually this morning, so I've been, the last 2 days essentially, I've been lining fields and setting up goals. And today I have to set up the, put the nets on the goals before the girls' game, so I need to figure out which nets we're gonna have here. Anyway, I will talk to you a little bit more as I get going. But I'm at the storage locker here. See, this is our Pendleton Youth Soccer Association storage locker. And actually, our equipment guy did a pretty good job of getting it organized. I know it doesn't look stunningly organized, but you should have seen it before. It was a nightmare. Hey crew, it's 3 hours later. Actually, it's 10:45 now. It was actually around 8 o'clock when I talked to you the first time, but I was out of the house earlier than that. And I finally got all the nets up. The girls' games are gonna go. Everything's working fine. So I'm hungry and grumpy because the equipment is just in such lousy shape. So I had to run a bunch of stuff. You know, it's one of these things where I think it's going to take me maybe an hour and a half to do this. It takes me 3 hours. And it's because stuff isn't organized, and I had to find the right nets, and I had to make multiple trips. I had to go buy zip ties to put stuff on. So, I don't know. Grumpy. Glad it's done though. Actually, I feel a nice sense of accomplishment. Anyway, I watched your video, and your Who's on Primary skit was most excellent. Enjoyed it. Posted it to Facebook to give you more press, because that's what you need. And I saw your other video that was produced by some Christian group about what a family is, with the photos. And I want the story behind that. It was pretty funny. It was well produced. At first I thought you'd done it, and I was like, whoa, his quality of editing has gone up. Then I realized, nah, couldn't have been you. It was too good. So yeah, I found that entertaining as well. Maybe I should post that to Facebook too, for everybody to see. But I could tell that some of those things were posed, but other ones looked pretty candid, which made me laugh. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm going to do the rest of this weekend. Deb and her 2 kids have been here all week, and they're leaving tomorrow morning at 4. Sarah's going to go. Sarah and I are, oh, I didn't tell you this. Sarah and I are looking at buying some new furniture. We also are taking out a home improvement loan to improve our home. We actually have the cash to do it, but we're taking a loan, and has an extremely low interest rate, and we're going to spend probably a few $1,000s and redo our upstairs bathroom, or have it redone. And then we're gonna look and see how much it's gonna cost to do kind of one room at a time for the rest of the house, and go through and have stuff done in a lot of different spaces that need work and finishing. For instance, we're gonna have the floors refinished because somebody ripped up our carpets and they look horrible now. Yeah, some people are just jerks. You invite them to your house, and what do? They rip up the carpet. Yeah, so Sarah's found out we could get a line of credit on our house because we've got a lot of equity in it, luckily. And actually, it's interesting because we hadn't been paying attention, and the appraisal, the taxes we pay on our house, the appraised value of our house is $20,000 more than we thought it was. So that means that, in theory, of course, it's not real at all. We have an extra $20,000 in assets, but like I said, it's not real at all. And quite frankly, at this point, we could probably put our house on the market and it wouldn't sell at all because the housing market's so depressed. So it's kind of this fake money that doesn't exist, imaginary money. Anyway, though, it gives us the opportunity to borrow against our non-existent money, our equity in our house. So we could open a huge line of credit if we wanted to, but we're not. We're gonna do something small. And I know that you don't like loans, but it's kind of interesting. I'm kind of the same way, but we don't carry any debt at all except for the debt on our house. And so occasionally, if we do something that costs a large amount of money, we'll take out a loan or put it on a credit card, even if we've got the cash for it, so that we can kind of control the cash flow and see how things are going. And Sarah, actually, she's pretty smart about that, I think. She's careful about making sure that, we look, for instance, when we bought my Civic, we got a loan on it, and we paid on it for a year or so until we saved some more money. We felt like we had enough money in the bank that we didn't, our buffer was good, and in case we had accidents or problems, and then we paid it off when we had enough there. And I know that in theory we could have just paid it off in the first place and it would have been a little cheaper, but it's kind of like we feel like we like having a certain amount of money in the cash in the bank, so that if I were to lose my job immediately, which I have to make a private video to you about that sometime soon. Nothing bad, but funny. Then we'll know what to do. We'll have a buffer there. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm home. I haven't had anything to eat yet today. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to see if I can get Sarah to go to lunch with me. I'll talk to you more later. Bye-bye.